Talking about capsicums yesterday, folks, and today, well, I saw these. I do get out in my garden, but I don't harvest as much as I like to, as often as I like to. But these little beauties aren't little beauties. That is meant to be a radish. Just to give you an idea how big that is. I'm sure some of you have grown big ones like this as well, but honestly, when you go to the supermarkets, you find a radish, people would confuse that for a bloody beetroot, honestly. Now this is a lot smaller because it's bolting. It's going to seed there, so you don't want them to go like that or any further than that. Otherwise, they just won't be that very good at the bottom. They'll get a bit woody there or fibrous. This one's bolting early too, and I don't think it's formed as big. Oh, look at that. It's still a half decent radish. I'm pulling them out because if I don't pull them out today, that's too small. See that? It's actually not too small. That's a good size. But I'm sure some of you had big ones, and if you haven't, and they're fast growing. So think about radishes and spacing your plants. Now this is 1 square metre, folks, right? And I've got carrots going on in here, and I've got capsicums in this side here. I had the radishes, and I've got coriander there. And on that side there, we did have some, I'm not sure what we had. I think we had basil there, but that's, oh no, it was actually cucumbers in here. We planted cucumbers because we were going to trail them up over onto that trellis up there. It was way too early to plant them, so we're going to replant the cucumbers. And what I was getting to here, as far as a space is concerned, if you're living in a courtyard or a little balcony garden and you can fit a square metre like this, maybe you're in parts, but let's just talk about the 1 square metre here of a garden bed. I said about 25, 30 plants in here, but think about what you're planting because some plants will be ready a lot sooner than others. So I've just taken out my radishes, and what I've taken out there I can replace with something else, and I've given myself more space. So the radishes, although I had a lot of plants in there, once they've come out, look at the space we've created. There's a heap of space. Now I'm not going to plant another 5 or 10 radishes in there because I've got to eat these ones first, and there's another bed with more radishes, but maybe I can plant 2 or 3 tomatoes in the middle here. And then some more cucumbers back on this side as well. And maybe transplant one of those capsicums because they're going to get too big and way too close. But it's a good starting point for them, and it's easier to transplant them from a raised bed. They're quite safe to do so because it's almost like a big pot. So you can get around that. I'm not going to dig it out there. You can get quite around this easily. Get a little trowel, get underneath them, pick it up with a heap of soil. Do not even attempt to pull it up from the plant or from the throat of the plant, the stem that is. Get underneath there, pull it out. So don't say that you haven't got enough room to grow enough produce for yourself. This bed here, radishes, we're going to have carrots soon, and then followed by capsicums. And remember, we can plant some lettuce and tomato. So we may put a lettuce, a tomato, lettuce, and another tomato there, or tomatoes on the outside, whichever order I like. Here are the basil, there we are. The basil's on the inside, so I even got more, and these got eaten and covered over. So now it's time to start harvesting the coriander and making some nice Thai soup. And let the basil grow up so you can get a bit more sunlight, and then we can put the cucumbers on that side. 1 square metre, continuous planting. Think about that. It's not the one harvest in the one season and it's done. Have something that you can grow and continuously harvest out of it. So if you want to grow a cabbage, well, it's going to take up all this space. The cabbages aren't really good in these places. Plant something like lettuce, spring onions. You can put basil and some capsicums, coriander, parsley. They're great, and put some flowers in there as well. Get some marigolds, some nasturtiums. They're really great companion planting, and they really do warn off all the pests that hang around all the wonderful veggies you grow. So companion plant and multiple harvests through the season, or continuous harvest through the season, and keep replanting. Be inspired by 1 square metre or even half a square metre. There's only 2 of you. This will be more than you can chew off in a month or 2. From Eva Silly, Marisi, Yarra Valley and Werribee State Rose Garden Show. Don't forget them. I'm going to be there. You better be there too.